I have fasted in order to seek answers from God.
I think it's one of the spiritual disciplines that we neglect a bit in our current age. I think it's a really good one. I think it's really fruitful.
Enables you to draw closer to God because you're taking away the distractions of the world and putting God in first place. And so that would be one of the main reasons why I fast. I also fast when God gives a purpose, a specific thing to pray for, and again it brings focus and brings you closer to God. And during that time where you're not eating, you're able to spend more time with God and hear from God.
I think it replaces physical hunger with a spiritual hunger. So there's a sense of when your body is crying out for that which you can't have, your spirit in a sense responds to, and then what can respond to that and fill that is God. And so there's a sense of you make yourself empty so that there's more space for God to fill. But it's kind of a spiritual thing, which is a little bit beyond our understanding.
I fast because it is a discipline or a practice which was encouraged and used by Jesus, and because it was a practice of the early church and has been a practice, in fact, of the church ever since that time. Yeah. So demonstrated to us by Jesus, so I'm just trying to follow his example.
Well, I found that I'm at a place where I have to seek God because your body is actually craving so much more that you have to go to a place where you can depend on God for what it is that he needs to pour into your life. And so it really is a time where you do have to seek God harder than you have before, and you do reap the benefits of that if you're doing what God's asked you to do.
But there was a sense of you become so much more spiritually alert and have a sharper discernment about things.
When you fast in corporate away, it really brings a unity within the people that are fasting together, and you get one spirit and one mind, and are really able to take ground in the heavens, and with your praying you're able to get more revelation because you're focused on what God is telling you to do.
Sometimes we'll just do a day fast, and there's no specific issue that we're facing, but we're just wanting to glorify God in our lives, and so use that as an opportunity to pray to him and praise him and worship him for who he is.
When I was studying, I really was not sure what the next season of my life was going to look like, and so I really had a time where I just committed time to God, and I fasted and I prayed and I really was seeking for direction. And I found that when I really committed myself to seeking that God is going to meet us where we're at. Like if we search for God and we look for him, he will find, we're going to find him and he's going to speak to us.